Zdzisław Beksiński, master of the macabre. Zdzisław Beksiński, 1929-2005, was a Polish painter, photographer, and sculptor known for his haunting, surreal, and often dystopian imagery. His work, marked by nightmarish landscapes and eerie, deformed figures, has earned him a cult following around the world. Despite his art's dark aesthetic, Beksiński himself was known to be gentle, soft-spoken, and even humorous, a striking contrast to the worlds he created on canvas. Early life and education. Beksiński was born on February 24th, 1929, in Sanek, a small town in southeastern Poland. He studied architecture at the Krakow Polytechnic, graduating in 1952. Though trained as an architect, he found the field uninspiring and soon turned his attention to visual arts, including photography and sculpture, before dedicating himself fully to painting. In the 1950s, Beksiński experimented with abstract and surreal photography, producing haunting images that reflected a unique visual language. His early work in sculpture used materials like metal, wire, and plaster to create grotesque, totemic figures that foreshadowed the themes in his later paintings. The fantastic realism period. Beksiński's most recognized body of work emerged during the late 1960s through the 1980s. Often described as part of the fantastic realism movement, his paintings from this era featured desolate landscapes, skeletal figures, crumbling architecture, and post-apocalyptic scenes rendered in exquisite detail. He typically worked in oils, using a technique that mimicked the precision of photography. What made Beksiński's work stand out was not just his unsettling subject matter, but the dreamlike atmosphere he created. Despite the disturbing imagery, emaciated bodies, eerie voids, decaying buildings, there is a hypnotic beauty to his work. He never titled his pieces, believing that interpretations should be left entirely to the viewer. This approach stemmed from his belief that art should evoke emotion, not deliver a message. He rarely discussed the meanings of his works, insisting they were expressions of emotion and subconscious thought rather than commentary on politics, religion, or society, personal life, and tragedy. Though Beksiński was reclusive and avoided public appearances, he developed a strong following in Poland. In the 1970s and 1980s, he lived and worked in Warsaw, where he gained greater recognition and commercial success. However, Beksiński's personal life was marked by a series of devastating tragedies. His wife Zofia passed away in 1998, and just a year later, his only son, Tomasz Beksiński, a well-known radio DJ, music journalist, and film translator, died by suicide. Tomasz's death had a profound impact on the artist, and although he continued to paint, there was a noted shift in the tone and feeling of his later work. Death and legacy. Zdzisław Beksiński was murdered in his Warsaw apartment on February 21st, 2005, just days before his 76th birthday. He was stabbed to death by a teenager he had known, the son of his longtime caretaker, after refusing to lend the young man money. His brutal death shocked Poland and the international art community. Despite his tragic end, Beksiński's legacy continues to grow. His work has influenced a new generation of artists, filmmakers, and game designers. His dystopian visions resonate in the digital age, appearing in exhibitions, online galleries, and pop culture references. The Historical Museum in Sanek now houses the largest collection of his works, showcasing his paintings, photographs, and personal items. Beksiński never sought fame or fortune. He simply wanted to create. His eerie yet captivating visions continue to speak to the subconscious fears and fascinations of audiences worldwide.